And our concern is, amongst many things, is that by raising the age of sale above 18, you're actually infantilizing a whole generation of young adults. Now, look, when you're 18, you're well aware of the health risks of smoking. I have two children who are now in their 20s. They were well aware when they got to 18 of the health risks because it had been drummed into them from a very early age at school. Now, we have to allow people to make their own choices and decisions. Nobody's doubting that there are very serious health risks associated with smoking. There are health risks associated with so many things, including alcohol, the type of food we eat. But people in a free society have to be allowed to make choices. And it was interesting that the chief medical officer, Chris Whitty, claimed that people like me are always trying to make this out to be health versus freedom. Well, it's not. It's about health and freedom. And we have to find a balance between the two.
Yes, I mean, Dr. Sudhanshu, it might be argued that smoking costs the NHS, what, 2.5 billion a year, some estimates actually reveal. But do you think, as a smoker, if someone is a smoker, they are paying a hell of a lot in duties, aren't they, to the Treasury? So they're probably paying for their health costs and then some.
Well, Darren, first of all, thanks for inviting me here. And just to correct that, we are based out of this University of Southampton Science Park. And we are an independent healthcare company at the Center for Health Research and Education. And look, I was there in the room when it happened last week when the report was published. And it is very interesting to see how Dr. Javed Khan has come out with a string of recommendations, including the one we are discussing here. But I think it's important for us to focus on the current remaining smokers in the UK. And I think we shouldn't miss that point, that a lot of work has to be done to support them to be able to quit the current risky forms of tobacco they consume, primarily in the UK. It is smoked forms of tobacco, along with quite a few 100,000 of people from South Asian communities using smokeless tobacco, equally harmful. And I think the biggest missed opportunity, Darren, and the rest of the panel, is that not enough support is given by healthcare practitioners. And that's the work we do actually at the moment, where we are trying to understand the gaps in amazing policies that people come out with. And this is an example of that, where there's a lot of good ideas potentially to be put into practice. That's where it fails. And one thing we have seen that really holds back healthcare practitioners, for example, in giving the required amount of support opportunistically in what would one call a teachable moment. You have a patient who is a smoker coming with a medical condition, most probably because of the smoking. Even if not, you should be in a position to give them enough support there and there itself, and not just pass them on to a stop smoking advisor.